So actually, let's go ahead and get started. We are right at the 3 o'clock hour. Welcome everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. It's great to see everyone. We really appreciate you guys all being here. Um, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started and fire it away. We have a great show for you guys today. For some folks, you might have remembered last year, you might have been with us for World Audio Day 2020. We kind of threw together World Audio Day 2020 last year. Everyone knows it was a different time, of course. And so we wanted to really put together an event that would give back to our community and really kind of help the community. So this started last year as an initiative to give back to our broadcaster community. During last year's session on this exact day, April 21st, we gathered several experts from the industry in general. We put on a show that had different on various different topics on the broadcasting basis, programming operations. We did a room panel on technology. We did some on podcasting and licensing. All of those are available. Actually, if you search World Audio Day 2020 on YouTube, you can find all the recordings of those, and I encourage everyone to do that. So when we were sitting down to kind of put together this year's show, we wanted to take the feedback from our community, and what we really said is we wanted to do something special really for Live 365 and our Live 365 community, because those were our main folks and those were the folks that we really wanted to take care of, and we really wanted to give those folks and you guys what they wanted to hear and put on a good show for you guys and be able to give you some of the insight. And so that's kind of where the Live 365 Summit kind of started. For some of you folks that might know the long history of Live 365, this is not the first summit. There was actually summits in the old company's history. Since Live 365 has been taken over by new management, though, this was actually our first summit, and we hope it's the first of many, and we can do these events every year with you guys, give insights to what's happening here. We have a lot of really exciting things happening as we're constantly working to build better products for you guys in the community. So our goal with this year is kind of an event specifically for our Live 365 community of broadcasters. Some things, what we're going to do is we're going to give you the inside scoop during this event on different things that's coming up, upcoming product releases. We have some great, really cool stuff to show you guys. We have some really exciting upcoming deals and partnerships that our team's been working heavily on to help all of our broadcasters expand. We have some inside techniques for programming your station and best practices. And then we have a look at our future roadmap and plans. We have some really big plans here, and I'm excited to kind of share them with you guys. And then, of course, take feedback. Most importantly, and then last but not least, we'll have the opportunity to ask our management team any questions you may have. So as I mentioned, throw those into the chat. All questions are definitely welcome. We're excited to take them. We will have that happy hour at the end. We'll have a nice flow back and forth. You guys are welcome to ask anything that may be on your mind. So most importantly, before I get started, from myself and from everyone at our Live 365 team, I want to say thank you to our broadcaster community in general. You guys empower. We're very passionate about building great products and great things to be able to help all of you guys. Every day, it's so cool. I run into a different station that I see that we're able to help and kind of help power such cool content, such cool things. And so without you guys, this event, the summit wouldn't be possible, and Live 365 wouldn't be possible in general. So before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone for attending today, and thank you to everyone for being a part of this awesome community. So, all right, without further ado, let's jump in and I'll give you guys the quick rundown of the agenda, and then we can get right to it here. So we just did our welcome and overview of today's sessions. My name is Justin Roth. I'm the VP of Operations here at Live 365. Our second session kicks off to be a website 3.0 preview. We have Jason Stoddard, our general manager. Third up, I have a programming best practices. It's going to be led by Cam Black. He's our deployment specialist. Fourth, we have iHeartRadio distribution and new packages that we'll be showing you guys. Our Matt Kellogg, our VP of sales, will be showing through that. And then our keynote here is our CEO, John Stevenson. He'll be going over the future of Live 365. And then, of course, the happy hour that everyone's excited for. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kick it off. I am going to pass the screen sharing power over to Jason Stoddard, and you can fire away and kick us off and show us about the Live 365 3.0.
So my name's Jason Stoddard. I'm the general manager of Live 365. You may even know me from the previous incarnations of Live 365, where I've been here since 99. So almost since the beginning. This is just a brief preview of website 3.0. We call it 3.0 because this is really, there was the launch in 2017. We did a facelift between then and now, and this one actually includes every single external page on the website. So I know a lot of you that are broadcasters, you've seen some of the dashboard stuff on the back end. So this is the forward facing. This is the things that are facing the listeners. This is where we can show off your station. And really excited about it with our design team and the front end team, then the hard work they put into it. And so happy to show some goals. So we started off with, what do we want to do? What do we want to accomplish with the website? One of the main things was easier overall site navigation, and basically how do we get listeners to the stations they want. So this is kind of the first step in that type of a movement, where we're going to highlight the station pages. You can kind of see here one of our newer broadcasters, Flood FM. There's that image that actually is the new station page, the top portion of the new station page. And so that's what that's going to look like. You can kind of see that we've kind of highlighted the background image is much larger. There's a kind of a more modern feel to it. We did also, not seeing it here, but I'll show you in a few minutes here, you'll see some of the changes as well, where the about is on the left hand side. So it's kind of like where the eyes go first. So like when you're talking about your station, you have your station descriptions, those will show up really nicely. We're doing genre pages. So you'll have genre pages for, say, rock, for all the top level genres. Actually, even the sub genres, we're doing them. They're not quite as pretty as the top level. And those new genre pages actually have areas, editorial areas, where we'll be able to showcase stations and rotate stations through there. So not only will it have the top stations in there, but it'll also have a rotating carousel of 8 stations that we can change out. So you guys will get, it's just a little bit more area for us to help market the stations. And it's not necessarily based for those areas. It's not based on popularity. So new stations can be featured there, stations that maybe aren't getting quite the bubbling up to the top organically. We can help you out there. We do have an updated player bar as well. And then on the sales side, which maybe not quite as exciting for you all, but exciting for us, is some segment pages. So pages that speak to specific sales verticals as far as people signing up. So whether you're a terrestrial, there's a page for you if you're a terrestrial broadcaster and you want to see what we offer to terrestrials. If you're a brand, if you're talk, and there's also some new packages which our VP of Sales Matt will be showing off later. And now I'm going to try to flip over here to my other screen. This is actually live in our staging environment. And this is what the homepage is going to look like. It's a little larger than maybe what you would see normally on your when you're pulling it up, but that's just so you guys can see it a little better. You can kind of see the grid that we had before is gone. We're going to be focusing on search here. We're basically, go ahead and enter what you want to listen to, whether it's a station, it's a genre. We're hopefully at some point we'll be expanding the search too, and with recommendations, but this is kind of the first step, right? I'll scroll down a little bit and you can kind of see that there are some areas here still where there's some marketing areas. There's also the top stations, and we can highlight genres or other things as far as Pride Month, Black History Month, those types of things down here. So some changes on that, and just overall kind of a more modern look and feel. Let's see if we'll flip through here. Here you go. This is kind of some of the sales pages. You can kind of see this 1, 2, 3, how to get started. You'll see some of the packages. Actually, those are filling in a little slow. Again, it's staging, so those are a bit quicker, but you'll see some of the packages again later with Matt. This is kind of our the brand page. So we got a nice quote here from Shaquille O'Neal. This is kind of one of my favorites are going to be the new genre pages. So again, you're going to be able to go directly to a genre. Here's a rock genre. We'll be able to feature some stations here as far as this carousel goes. And those we'll be able to handpick editorial for those pieces. You will be able to go ahead and actually dive into the subgenres, which right now they're kind of hidden. That's always been a little bit of a pet peeve for me. When I get to the main genre, I want to be able to dive into the subgenre. So you'll be able to dive into subgenres pretty easy. And then of course you'll have kind of the top stations in here as well. This one's a mock-up that we have. I think I had one other piece. So this is more of the live kind of station page that was on the slide that I showed. And you can kind of see here again, we've updated the whole top section is new. And then flood doesn't have the hugest about us, but your about us is over here on the left hand side, and that's kind of the place where you have all of your text and copy. And that would be the station page. And this is happy to say as well that this is launching next month. So, the work has been put in. Most of the pages up on stage are live, and we're kind of just tinkering with some of the back and forth on it, but we will be launching it in May, and looking forward to all you guys' feedback, and hopefully you'll like it a lot. Back to you, Justin.
Go ahead and start. Awesome. Thank you, Jason.